What it do? Babies and boys, that in action. Got a very special video. Now, I hadn't actually reacted to and actually really studied the list before, but with the recent passing of the great legendary Bill Russell, I saw the ESPN article that, as you can see, just went on the 31st. They talked about the top 76 of all time. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at the list and see if it's valid or not. Okay. First off, we have this dude named Bill Sharman. He played for the Washington Capitals and the Boston Celtics, 17 points a game. He won 4 championships. Damian Lillard is at 75, 24 points a game. Of course, no championships. Dave Bing averaged 26 and 4. Okay. Alright. I'm not understanding on how on the hell Dave Bean could be above Damian Lillard if he hasn't won a championship. That's, maybe he has, maybe they just didn't put it there. But they put a lot of shit there and they didn't put a championship. To me, as far as I know, he didn't win a championship. He should not be above Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is better than him. Dave Boucher, 16, 11, and 2 or 3. Alright, you won the championship with the Knicks. Billy Cunningham, 20 points and 10. You won a championship. Alright. Anthony Davis. Alright, 28 and 4. I mean 24 and 10. Alright. Dolph Shays, 18 and 12. Okay, if he didn't win a championship, how is he going to be ahead of Anthony Davis? Carmelo, 69. He averaged 22 and 6 throughout his, but no championship. Okay, that's interesting. Russell Westbrook, bro. I know y'all Westbrook haters are out there, bro. But the man averaged a triple-double for like 4 seasons in a row. He won an MVP of the league. And you want to tell me he's number 68? This shit right here, Dennis Rodman at 67. Okay. Paul Arizin over Russell Westbrook. Lenny Wilkins. Okay. Didn't say anything about him winning anything. Any championships. How is he above Russell Westbrook? Hal Greer. Okay. How is Hal Greer above Russell Westbrook? Robert Parrish. Okay. He's respectable. I don't know how he's above. They put Paul fucking Pierce above Russell Westbrook? Huh? How is Russell Westbrook below Paul Pierce? Russell Westbrook is better than Paul Pierce in every facet of the game. How? You win one championship and that should boost you all the way above somebody who was just all around better? Dave Cowens is at 61. Sam Jones. He won 5 championships. I mean, still, I don't know if you should be Nate Archibald. I don't know if you won any championships. Doesn't say if you did. If he didn't win any championships, I don't know how the hell he's above Russell Westbrook. Alvin Hayes at 58, 21 and 12. Willis Reed. He won first player in NBA history to win an MVP, All-Star MVP, and Finals MVP in the same year. Sounds like he has had one hell of a year. James Worthy, 17, 5, and 3. NBA Finals MVP in '88. Showtime Lakers. Earl Monroe. Earl Monroe was, let's be honest, Earl Monroe was not better than Russell Westbrook. Earl Monroe is not better than Russell Westbrook. Pete Maravich, Pistol Pete. All right. Clyde Drexler above Russell Westbrook? Clyde Drexler was never better than Russell Westbrook. He never won it. Did Clyde Drexler ever win a league MVP? No. So how on earth can he be above Russell Westbrook? It doesn't even make sense. They put George Gervin above Russell Westbrook? Nah, they're on crack. How the hell is James Harden this low? Wait a damn minute. Nate Thurman. Who is he? I don't know who he is. I mean, 15 and 15 is not bad, but who is he? Did he win a championship? I don't know how he's above Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Wes Unseld. Imagine how you 10 points and 14 rebounds can get you above Russell Westbrook and James Harden. He won a Rookie of the Year and an MVP. I mean, that's good. And he won a championship. That's not bad. Ray fucking Allen, man. Nah, these niggas here are crazy as hell. They are salty. They are mad. They are. I don't even know. I literally can't even describe how this shit makes zero sense. How the hell is Ray Allen going to be higher on the list than James Harden, who's arguably the greatest perimeter scorer the league has ever seen, and Mr. Triple-Double himself, Russell Westbrook? I mean, it's just his recency bias. Like, they've been playing, they've been falling off, so you only remember them by the bad, whereas some of these other guys have been retired for a while, so you remember them by the good and not how they looked when they were off. Is that what's happening? Because there should be no reason why he should be that high. Jerry Lucas, sounds familiar, don't really know who he is. Bob McAdoo, all right. Bill Walton, he won an MVP and won the championship. Jason Kidd, okay. Jason Kidd is valid, bro. Jason Kidd is valid. Now, I'm gonna be honest, Gary Payton should not, now repeat, he should not be above Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is the prototype guard. He does anything you want a guard to do. He plays defense. He is a playmaker. He can drive, and later in his career, he could shoot. So I don't understand how, Gary Payton should be above my man Jason Kidd. With all due respect, they're two very, very good players, my opinion. However, Jason Kidd should be higher than Gary Payton. Patrick Ewing, all right, 21 and 10 basically. Kevin McHale. I don't know if you can pick Kevin McHale above Patrick Ewing. Kevin McHale wasn't better than Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing just didn't win championships. At least from what I've seen of both players. Rick Barry, 23 and 6. This is a terrible picture. How the fuck is Steve Nash above Russell Westbrook and James Harden? Steve Nash, man! Steve Nash in his dreams, he wasn't better than Russell Westbrook and James Harden. In his dreams, he was not better than Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Steve Nash, he got an MVP, but he was highway robbery. He didn't deserve it. He wasn't even the best player. He didn't even play the best. Look at his stats. He had just 14 and 8.5. Steve Nash? Why is Steve Nash up here? Steve Nash is only this high because it's recency bias. It has to be recency bias. You just forget the way Steve Nash looked when he teamed up with Kobe Bryant and Dwight Howard in LA and they stuck up the place. Maybe y'all forgot about that when y'all talking about Russell Westbrook. Maybe y'all forgot about when Steve Nash went there late in his career and tried to win a championship with Kobe Bryant and in a prime. and a prime Dwight Howard, and a Kobe Bryant who wasn't a couple years removing himself from winning an NBA championship. That's Steve Nash. That same Steve Nash went there and stunk the place up. It's the same dude that I want to put above Russell Westbrook and James Harden just because they aren't playing as well as they used to. That right there is absolute haterade to its finest. Whoever wrote this article, whoever came up with this list needs to be fired. I'm not having it. Russell Westbrook and James Harden, if no one else is going to stick up for you, I will. I'll speak the facts. You let all the other people speak that gibberish and nonsense and hee ha ha. I'll be the one to speak the facts. I'm going to keep it 100% real, 100% serious. You know, none of that bull. You're going to be dead serious, dead honest. And if we're being dead honest, there's no way someone who is not on crack would ever put Dominique Wilkins above James Harden in their life. No one would ever put this man above them in their life. Dominique Wilkins was never James Harden. This man was scoring 30 plus points for like a 15 game stretch. He was averaging 34. He was putting up Jordan type numbers. And y'all want to put this man ahead of him. Bob Pettit. This man was shooting a jump shot with one hand. You're going to put him above James Harden and Russell Westbrook? Look at the way Bob Cousy passes the ball. It looks like he's trying to swim, bro. Nah, I'm not having that, bro. Kawhi Leonard, bro. Now, this right here is some bullshit, bro. I'm going to keep it a buck, bro. Kawhi Leonard should not be above James Harden or Russell Westbrook. And here's why. Kawhi Leonard has won 2 Finals MVPs and has 2 championships, of course, because he was a Finals MVP. But if you want to talk about like straight, not like as far as like team winning, like just straight, like what you did on the court for yourself, like he has no comparison. When he won the championship and won the Finals MVP with the Spurs, he was never that dude. He was not that dude. He had Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Monty Ginobili. Danny Green like set a record in the finals for like threes. So like we're not gonna act like, you know, LeBron getting held to 28, 10 and 7 was all of a sudden that's how great LeBron is, that 28, 10 and 7 is what gets you a Finals MVP? Really? Really 28, 10 and 7 is what gets you Finals MVP? Nah, I'm not having that, bro. People talk about Russell Westbrook like he couldn't win in OKC. Okay, first off, look what Kevin fucking Durant has been doing without Russell Westbrook. I mean, look at what Kevin Durant has done outside of Russell Westbrook and besides the Warriors. Absolutely nothing. He hasn't won anything outside of Golden State. And when KD left, Russell Westbrook was playing with people like Reggie Jackson, Steven Adams, Andre Robertson, Darren Collison, Nick Collison. You want Russell Westbrook to carry Nick Collison, Darren Collison, Reggie Jackson, Steven Adams, and Andre Robertson to a finals? That's what you want him to do? Come on now. Nah, I'm not having that, bro. I'm not having that. Oh, shit. What happened? Okay, what happened? Okay, Kawhi Leonard, Scottie Pippen, 16-6-5. Okay, I don't have a problem with... I mean, Pippen... I don't have a problem with Pippen there. Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was the answer, but 31's not his answer. I don't think he should be above Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen... I mean, again, championships is not everything, but championships should have some value. He did win 6 NBA championship with 2 different three-peats. Whether or not he played with Michael Jordan is out of the question. The man, Allen Iverson hadn't won a damn thing. Dwayne Wade. I need to see who's ahead of Dwayne Wade because this could be criminal. This could be criminal. Chris Paul, fucking shit, man. How is Chris... How was first... Ooh, calm down. Okay, first off, we're going to go down a list of players Chris Paul should not be ahead of. Chris Paul should not be ahead of Russell Westbrook. Chris Paul should not be ahead of James Harden. Chris Paul should not be ahead of Jason Kidd. Chris Paul should not be ahead of Gary Payton. Chris Paul damn sure should not be ahead of Dwayne Wade. And let me tell you why. Russell Westbrook, all around, whatever you want to say, individually better player and won an MVP of the league. Chris Paul never did that. James Harden, whatever you want to say, overall better player than Chris Paul and won an MVP. Chris Paul never did that. Jason Kidd, overall, very similar players. I mean, if you want to talk about prototypical point guards, I mean, Jason Kidd and Chris Paul are up there. They can defend. Jason Kidd was a better defender. Chris Paul, throughout most of his career, better shooter. Playmaking, I got to go to J Kidd. Finishing around the rim, also J Kidd, just because he's taller and more athletic. But Jason Kidd won an NBA championship with my Dallas Mavericks. Chris Paul has never won an NBA championship. And Jason Kidd went to 2 different finals. Chris Paul only went to 1. And then, of course, Gary Payton went to 2 different finals and won a finals with Miami Heat. Chris Paul has never won a finals. And then, of course, Dwayne Wade won 3 finals. 3 NBA finals. On top of that, he was a better player than Chris Paul was. Chris Paul has never been regarded as the best player in the league. There used to be, like, 2012, 2011, it was legit, like 2009, it was legitimate arguments on whether or not Dwayne Wade or Kobe Bryant or LeBron James was the best player in the league. There was a legitimate arguments like that. Chris Paul has never been in that argument. He's never been known to be the best player. George Mikan. Now, I can't speak on him. He was playing in the 40s, 50s. Can't speak on him. Isaiah Thomas. Okay. I don't have a problem with him being ahead of some of the other dudes. So I don't have a problem with him being this high. I think he should be ahead of those other dudes I was speaking about, like Russell Westbrook and James Harden and Chris Paul and Jason Kidd. John Havlicek. Don't know much about John Havlicek. But 26 is fucking high. I'm gonna keep it a buck. David Robinson. That's kind of low. Actually, it may be just right. It may just be right. John Stockton, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You seriously trying to tell me right now, in this moment, that look at the stats, man. 13 and 10. You want to try to tell me that John Stockton is a better player than Russell Westbrook? John Stockton never won an MVP. James Harden. He never won an MVP. You want to tell me he's better than Dwayne Wade? He never won a finals, let alone 3. Gary Payton, I can see maybe putting him ahead of Gary Payton, but Jason Kidd, no, absolutely not. You're out of your mind. Yeah, he should not be ahead of those. Any other that I'm missing? He should not be ahead of David Robinson, bro. He shouldn't be ahead of David Robinson. He damn sure shouldn't be ahead of Isaiah Thomas. Like, that's right there is disrespectful. I'm tired of the Isaiah Thomas disrespect. Let's give it a buck. Isaiah Thomas was so much better. Leaps and bounds ahead of John Stockton. John Stockton should not be ahead of Isaiah Thomas. That right there is absolute, utter disrespect. Karl Malone, okay. The mailman, Charles Barkley, okay, 22. Kevin Garnett, okay. We'll have to see if I have a problem with Kevin Garnett being there. The later on we get, but we'll have to see. Elgin Baylor, didn't get to see much, but the stats are looking righteous. Jerry West, you can get beat 10 times in a row or something like that in the NBA Finals, but you can still be 19. It's crazy. Giannis, what the hell is Giannis Antetokounmpo doing here? Like, I get it, he has potential to be one of the all-time greats, but he has the Finals MVP, 2 NBA. Yeah, I guess he does have an all-time great resume already as it stands. So I don't have a problem with him being there. I don't have a problem. I do think he's actually better than a lot of these other dudes as far as skill. But if you're going to put him here, you got to put Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and all those other dudes higher. I feel bad for Russell Westbrook, but I don't know why people like to disrespect him crazy. Like, they disrespect him crazy, bro. It's crazy. Dirk. This might be a bit low. Steph Curry. I don't have a problem with Steph Curry being ahead of Dirk. Moses Malone. Okay. I don't have a problem with him being ahead of Dirk. Julius Erving. I have a problem with him being ahead of Dirk. I don't think that Julius Erving is better than Dirk. And I didn't get to see Julius Erving play like that, but just from what I was seeing, you know, most of his best games, basically, he was in his prime, really more honestly, in the ABA. Sure, he did win an NBA championship with the Sixers, but at the same time, maybe you don't remember that Dirk is the last big man to lead his team to the championship. Okay, and I say that even though Giannis technically is a big, he doesn't play like a big. So like with that, like we're changing eras to positionless basketball. Like you can see Giannis Antetokounmpo bringing the ball up the court now. Dirk was never bringing the ball up the court. Dirk was a traditional four, really kind of more like a stretch four. He was still backing down the post, one-legged fade. Of course, he could shoot, but it's not like now where you got, you know, people like Giannis or Ben Simmons who are 6'10", 6'11", running down the court, dribbling the ball, and the main ball handler at times. So, I don't know. I don't think Julius Erving should be ahead of Dirk. Hakeem, okay. Kevin Durant. Honestly, I'm going to be honest. Kevin Durant does not deserve to be ahead of Steph Curry. And here's why. Because when does winning actually matter? Like, it does matter to a degree. When, like, it's neck and neck as far as, like, how good a player is, and then one player has the championships, it's like, okay, yeah, we can do that. But, like, y'all not finna bullshit me like Russell Westbrook was not clearly better than Chris Paul, and then Chris Paul also doesn't have an MVP, and he also doesn't win a championship, but you're still going to put him 30 spots ahead. No, you're not going to bullshit me like that. But when Steph Curry and Kevin Durant are very close, I think as far as the skill, of course people will say, well, Kevin Durant's more gifted. He can shoot very well and dribble very well, but he's 7 foot. Okay, yeah, he can do that, and he is 7 foot, and he can just rise up. And he does have a lot of amazing skill sets, but that skill set didn't translate into any more winning or any more scoring or any more efficiency when it comes to playing basketball. Like, simple. The fact that he's 7 foot, he can shoot and move similar to the way that Steph Curry didn't make Kevin Durant win any more championships, any more MVPs, or score him any more points than what Steph Curry did. So, does it really matter that he was 7 foot? He can do the same thing? No, it doesn't. Because Steph Curry, so clearly he couldn't do the same thing. So, like, come on now. Shaquille O'Neal at 11 is crazy as hell. I don't know. Kobe Bean Bryant ahead of Shaquille. I don't have an issue with them being one spot ahead. I don't. I'll be honest. Oscar Robertson wins a final. I mean, Oscar Robertson wins a championship, so he gets put in the top 10. Russell Westbrook's career is not over, even though based off stats and actually just like, yeah, stats and like actually individual accolades, Oscar Robertson hasn't done more than what Russell Westbrook has, but he's top 10 for one championship. That's bullshit. One championship shouldn't move you up 60 slots. Tim Duncan at 8. Don't have a problem with Tim Duncan at 8. He made Greg Popovich. Maybe unpopular opinion, but what has Greg Popovich done since Tim Duncan left? Absolutely jack shit. He hasn't done He hasn't done a single thing since Tim Duncan won. I don't want to hear about he won a playoff series with Kawhi Leonard. Like, boo-hoo, who cares? Won an NBA, like, you couldn't do anything with that Tim Duncan. Greg Popovich is a mid coach. He's mid. Larry Bird at 7. Bill Russell at 6. 15, 22, and 4. That's crazy. Wilt 30, 22, and 4. Insane. I have no problem with Wilt being a little bit ahead of Bill. Magic Johnson at 4. Kareem at 3. LeBron at 2. And Michael Jordan at 1. If I'm being honest, I do think, in my humble opinion, if I had to go right now based on everything I know, I'm going to have to go LeBron at 1. And here's why. I go LeBron at 1. LeBron was the most hyped up prospect, NBA prospect in NBA history. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated in high school. He had the whole weight of the NBA. People, like, how often does people go in the league when they're so hyped up like that? I mean, his high school games were televised because he was LeBron James, and then he comes in and overachieves. The man has done everything you could ask, and did it in a different manner than Michael Jordan did. Like, if you can go like watch The Last Dance, Michael Jordan was an asshole. LeBron James is like if you don't like LeBron James, if you can find a way to hate on LeBron James, then you're just a certified hater. Like, literally, imagine a guy who does so much for like communities, who does so much try to promote social change, who does so much, as far as like just individual stuff for himself, so much great on the court, and you got people out here hating on you. Like, if you're gonna hating on a dude like LeBron James is crazy. Like, respectfully, it's crazy. It doesn't even make sense. How could you hate on LeBron James? Like, he did like 5% of the stuff he's done in his life you didn't like, and you're gonna take your time out of your day to hate on the 5% you didn't like. Why don't you just praise him for the 95% you did like? Like, that's just crazy mentality to me. But somehow he still gets so much hate. Hey, but make sure whoever made this list needs to get fired ASAP. They don't know what you're talking about. They clearly don't know basketball. They clearly have recency bias. Russell Westbrook should be absolutely livid. I haven't even seen those lists before. So to see this and see Russell Westbrook getting disrespected like that is crazy. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on Action X. Deuces.